welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another laundry chat folding party video. I haven't really decided what the official title of these videos are going to be, but that sounds pretty good to me. Laundry chat folding parties. I will create a playlist down below. I do have one other one so far, but this is basically where I just sit here and fold a load of laundry with you. So if you've got a load of laundry, go grab it. We'll fold it together, pause this, and then come back and we will get this done together, because I know I always do a lot better at folding laundry if I have someone there doing it with me. Today I've got a load of Holly's laundry, and baby clothes always seem to have the most in them because all their clothes are so tiny. So we're hitting it strong today. Holly has not been feeling good. She's been teething hardcore. She's got a couple bottom molars that are coming in, as well as some canine teeth, and she has not been feeling her best. Last night she was up at, I want to say it was around 2:30, 3 o'clock she woke up, and she just was not happy by any means. A lot of times Holly will grab her pacifier, go right back to sleep, but last night was not happening. So I went in there, I calmed her down, I gave her some Tylenol, and she just didn't really want to lay back down. I even took her a sippy cup of water. I thought maybe she's thirsty. And I ended up rocking her for a little while just to get her to settle down enough to lay down. And she eventually did go back to sleep. Once I got her calmed down, I laid her back down and left. She sleeps in her own room. So I went back to bed and she did go back to sleep. And then she was up again at 6:15-ish this morning, and I told Anthony, I was like, I need you to go lay her back down because I just was not feeling good myself. I'm currently a little over 10 weeks pregnant, for those of you who don't know, with baby number 2, and so, which explains why I'm kind of getting out of breath here. But I did not take a nap yesterday, and the fatigue has been one of my huge symptoms. So I wasn't feeling great just because I didn't take a nap yesterday, and so I was feeling kind of drained, and then I had been up with her for about an hour, around 3. So poor guy, he's such a trooper. I do adore my husband. He ended up getting her up out of bed and brought her out in the living room and turned on one of her shows, and as far as I know, she had been up since 6:30 this morning. So, and this morning when I got up and came out here, she had a bit of a runny nose and her eyes were kind of watering, which is very new. So I think she's starting to get a little bit of a cold. This is the first time she's ever kind of been sick or had a runny nose. So it's definitely new territory for us. I gave her breakfast. She was kind of whiny off and on this morning. I gave her breakfast this morning. She had some toast and an orange, her typical breakfast. And I gave her a bubble bath. I have some vapor, like baby bath soap, I guess. And I made her a nice warm bubble bath with that and let her play in there for about a half hour. And that seemed to help. She was quite content in the bathtub. She's a big water baby, so I knew she would be happy in the bath. And my mother-in-law got her a water table for Easter, but it hasn't been warm enough outside for us to play with it outside, so I put all of the toys that came with it in the bathtub with her, and she's really enjoyed playing with those new bath toys. They're not really bath toys, but right now they're bath toys, but she has been having a blast with those. But she's been having a runny nose. I've been using the Saline Drops and the nose Frida this morning, and that has seemed to help quite a bit. I don't have any kind of cold medicine or anything, but I kind of want to hold off because I'm not 100% sure if she has a cold or if it's just the weather changing. We've had a couple warm days, but then the day after Easter, And the following day we woke up and there was some snow on the ground. And that is very peculiar for end of April. So I don't think it has ever snowed on my birthday, which is next week? Yes, my birthday is next week. So I don't think it's ever snowed. We've always kind of had iffy weather on my birthday, but this year has just been so bizarre as far as weather goes. So I don't know if it's just her allergies, because it has kind of been nice. So everyone has cut their grass. We cut our grass for the first time on Easter, actually. And our neighbors had done it earlier that weekend. My other neighbor just cut his grass, so it could be that as well. But I just feel so bad for her. My mom heart is just kind of hurting for her because there's nothing I can do to make her comfortable. And she's just been kind of fussy. So I did lay her down for a nap. Since she had been up since 6:30, she was good and ready for a nap. So I turned on, we have a cool mist humidifier in her room that I can link below. I absolutely love it. It's amazing for clearing up kind of her congestion that she's got going on. Look at her sweet little shirt. Oh my goodness. Guys, we are so excited for this new little baby. I know I'm probably just gonna talk your ear off about it in videos soon to come, but it is truly just so exciting. I've always wanted to be a mommy and just have kids, and so this next chapter of our life is just rearing its head, and it's scary, but we are so excited. I'm so excited to see Holly as a big sister. I think she's going to be fantastic. She definitely needs someone around here to share the attention with, since it's just her here all the time. But I think she's just going to be awesome with them. She's going to be such a good helper, and she's just going to love them to death. So super excited. I did upload, I'll link it in the cards, my kind of pregnancy announcement video. I filmed that yesterday, so it definitely should be up before this goes up. But I realized I never kind of touched on like how I found out we were pregnant and kind of the whole story. We were trying, so we weren't super surprised. I had bought one of those cheap packs of like the HCG little test strips. You can get like 100 of them for $10 or something. And I had them as well with Holly, but with Holly, when I found out I was pregnant, I felt very off. And we were also trying with Holly. And so I told my husband I was going to stop and get a first response test. And I had my positive with a first response test with Holly. And I also had those cheap HCG strips, and they did not show up for another week or so with Holly. So with this baby, I was kind of like, okay, well, I'll just get the cheap strips. Like, we just started trying. You know, I never expected to get pregnant our first month. And I don't say that to brag, because we did not get pregnant the first try with Holly. It didn't take us very long with her, but again, I'm very thankful that we were able to conceive both babies fairly easily and not have any issues during pregnancy or anything like that. So just praising God for the healthy pregnancy and conception with Holly and the conception with this baby. So far, everything's going great with pregnancy, but I digress. So we were trying. So of course, I'm an impatient person, so I started testing like 7 DPO, which means days post-ovulation, if you didn't know. So I was tracking my cycles and things, so I kind of had an idea of what day I ovulated. And I believe I actually had some leftover ovulation strips from Holly, and I had taken one and it was positive. So we kind of had a good idea, like we had kind of hit the mark. So I had taken one in the morning, it was negative, and I had taken one that evening and I thought it was negative. Well, I left it on the bathroom counter, and I had come out, done dishes. Anthony got home from work later that evening, and I had gone to the bathroom before I was going to bed. I was actually getting ready to go to bed. And I happened to pick up the test strip to throw it away, and when I looked at it, there was the faintest little line, second line, I should say. And I know there's such thing as an evap line, which is like an evaporation line, and I have never had one of those on any of the tests that I've ever taken. But I also did not notice that on any of the previous strips, because I had been testing for a couple days. It wasn't very long at all. And so I showed Anthony, and I was like, it could be an evap line, but I don't see any of those on any of the other used strips. And so I did have a first response test left over, and I said, I'm going to take the first response in the morning and see, and that'll be like our yes or no, because first response, I've had very good luck with them. I know some people don't, but I really like the first response tests. So long story short, took the first response the next morning. It was positive. So we were pregnant with our second one. I did the genetic testing the other day, which I talk a little bit about in that video. But yeah, that's pretty much how we found out. We kind of knew it was coming. We were hopeful that it was coming, I should say. I won't say we knew it was coming, because we didn't. You never know. And it's not something that I take for granted. And it's not something that I take lightly, because I know a lot of people struggle and have issues with conception and with pregnancy and pregnancy loss. And my heart truly, truly goes out to those people, because that is my biggest fear in life, is not being able to have kids. And so I pray for you. I do. If you know someone, or you are someone that struggles with that, know that I pray for you. And I think about people that struggle with conception a lot. Kind of weirdly a lot. But like I said, like, my biggest fear is not being able to have kids. So my heart just goes out to people who struggle and who need to seek out fertility help and things like that. But anyways, so yeah, Holly hasn't been feeling good, so that's been not very fun. Whew, out of breath. I talk a little bit about like my pregnancy symptoms and stuff too in that video. I don't want to sit here and ramble on all about my pregnancy and things like that. What else has been happening? Race season is in full force now. We raced the weekend before Easter. It was our first race out. We hadn't done any testing or anything like that. We just kind of put the car together and hoped for the best, and we ended up having a semifinal finish, which was amazing. Had a couple lucky rounds, very thankful for our car running great, and Anthony being the awesome mechanic that he is, being able to put our car together and get it all ready to go. But so far, knock on wood, I don't have any, knock on wood, there's wood in there somewhere. We haven't had any hiccups so far, but we are packing today. I've actually already packed our suitcase and our electronics bag, minus some filming equipment, because I am going to vlog while we're there this weekend. I'm excited to vlog some racetrack time, because it is really, really fun. I do really enjoy going to the racetrack. So hopefully Holly's feeling well this weekend. I am a little nervous about going when she's not feeling great, but I'm hopeful that she really loves being at the racetrack. She has a lot of distractions there, so I'm hoping that she is feeling up to kind of like going around in her stroller and doing her thing. It's supposed to be really nice this weekend, so I finally got to break out some of her summer wear that I've been hanging on to. So I'm really hopeful it's going to be a good time. I think our friends are going to be there. I think my grandma's going to come one day. And then next weekend, we are going to Bowling Green, Kentucky, for a PDRA race, which is a circuit that my father-in-law races. And since it's not too far from us, it's a lot further for him. He's from the East Coast, so it's quite the drive for him, quite the trek. But it's not quite the trek for us, so we are going to leave Wednesday evening and go to Bowling Green and race with his dad next weekend, and it's going to be so fun. My birthday, like I said, is next week, so we will be in Bowling Green for my birthday. We were going to leave Thursday evening, which my birthday is next Thursday, so we were going to leave that evening and then get there Friday. No, Yes, leave Thursday evening, be there Friday all day, be there Saturday, and then come home Sunday. But I told Anthony, I was like, let's just go ahead and take that Thursday off. We'll leave Wednesday, get the extra day. It just makes it so much more worth the trip. In general, like when you're traveling for racing, like if you can get an extra day out of it, it's always more fun. But his dad is staying in our motorhome, so I also didn't want him to have to like sleep in his trailer for more than, we could make happen. So that's going to be super fun. I do plan on filming and vlogging because we're going to be with Holly's Pop. And I should know the gender results for the baby next week. So one of the starting line guys is a really good friend of mine. We went to school together, and he is known for wearing crazy socks, like knee-high socks. And so I asked him if he would pack some pink and blue ones, and then when I found out, I would have him wear the corresponding color, and that's how we're gonna tell Dickie what the baby is, which I just think is really fun, really cute, because it's racing related, and Anthony kind of is into gender reveals. I just want to know. I am so impatient, guys. I don't want to wait till the 20-week ultrasound. Like, my first doctor's appointment was 8 weeks, and I was not aware that you had to be 10 weeks to do the genetic test, because with Holly, it was COVID. COVID had just ramped up and just started. So when I went for my first appointment with Holly, I just did the genetic test like that day and everything. Ooh, I hear her. I'm going to try and finish this laundry really quick. So I ended up going back right after I was 10 weeks. We were planning on just doing it at my next appointment, but I ended up going in and just doing the blood work for the genetic test because I want to know. I have my suspicions. I'm not going to say what they are, but because I don't know if I'm right, to be honest with you. I have no idea. But I have a guess, I'll say, but I'm not going to say it on here. Unless I'm right. Once I tell you the gender, if it was what I think it is, then I will confirm that for you, that yes, it was what I thought it was, or no, it was not. But anyways, getting down to the bottom here. I'm trying to hurry because poor Holly, man, I feel so bad for her. I tried to make her some chicken soup earlier, and I put the broth in a sippy cup, and she wanted nothing to do with it. So, poor thing. I don't know if we're going to get a nap in today, which, I don't know, is going to be interesting with racing. But like I said, she sleeps really well at the racetrack. I want to add that in there, too. So, like, if she is not feeling good at the track, like, we have a whole pack and play crib set up for her in the bedroom, and she sleeps really good at the track, surprisingly, with all of the cars going around and how loud it is. But yeah, so we'll see. Worst case scenario, I will have her car seat with us. I can have my grandma bring us home Saturday or Sunday if she is just absolutely miserable, but I think she will try and hold it out. She will go the distance, man. She is a trooper. Sweet little girl. I feel so bad. This is the first time, like I said, she's ever been sick. So this is totally new territory for me as her mama and her dad and her as well. She doesn't understand why she doesn't feel good or what's wrong. She just doesn't feel good. So I'm hoping it goes quick. I'm kind of hoping it just has to do with her teething and it will pass, but I don't know. She's never had watery eyes and a runny nose before, so definitely keeping an eye on that. Definitely keeping her nose cleared out the best I can with the Saline Drops in the nose Frida. And I'll link those below for you guys if you're even interested. But just a few more pieces here. How was your guys' Easter? At the time I'm filming, it's the week past Easter. Easter was Sunday. It's now Friday. So we just had my parents over and my grandma. Nothing big. My mom made a ham and some mashed potatoes. And let me tell you, my mom got a smoking deal on a ham. I think it was 79 cents a pound when she had gone to the store to get her ham, and so she paid like $6 for it. Absolutely crazy. So we had this great big ham and mashed potatoes, and I made mac and cheese, and we call them greasy beans. I know that sounds really gross, but like green beans with like the bacon in it and onions. And I mean, they do get kind of greasy, so we call them greasy beans. And then I also made banana pudding for a dessert because it was really easy, but I made the mistake of making it the night before, and somebody in the house, I'm not gonna mention any names, got into it. So I had to go in the morning of Easter and kind of clean up the quality edge. But no, it was a lovely time. Holly had all Easter dinner food. We didn't make her anything special. We just let her eat big kid food, is what we call it. And it was a wonderful time. We did a couple little Easter eggs in the living room. I put little mini marshmallows in them for her, and she just had a ball. She had so much fun seeing her grandparents and her great grandma, and it was a lovely, lovely time. I didn't do any family pictures. I actually don't think I did any pictures at all this time. And last year we did family pictures around Easter. I think Holly was maybe 3 months old last Easter, so I kind of wish I would have taken some pictures to kind of be able to compare, but you know, like I say all the time, some things I try to remember to live in the moment of a lot of things. Like when I found out I was pregnant, I didn't film it or anything because I feel like some things are just meant to be enjoyed in the moment, and they don't need to be recorded or shared. And I feel like, oh, she is not happy. I feel like a lot of times doing YouTube, you kind of feel like, oh, well, I should film that or I should film this. And sometimes I have to remind myself, you know, this is my real life, and I'm going to share what I feel like sharing, but I'm not going to force myself to share everything. Obviously, like certain things that I don't share, like the pregnancy and things like that, like I will give you guys updates on. Like I don't mind sharing about that stuff, but sometimes I just don't feel the need to get a camera out and set it all up. But that is my full load of laundry plus a fitted sheet. If you have some fancy way of folding a fitted sheet, good for you. I just, especially with crib sheets, because they're so tight, because they're meant to not have any excess fabric on the actual mattress for baby safety, I just kind of fold it, rolled up. It's fine. It's fine. It's a little wrinkly. But thank you guys so much for being here and folding some laundry with me. I hope you guys folded a bag, what is this called? A laundry basket full of laundry with me. Oh man, my brain's going. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one real soon. Bye guys.